Hey folks, what's up? Thanks for checking out I Suck at Painting. Today we're going to take a look at an easy way to do better looking blood effects. Alright, so a lot of times when I see people doing blood effects on weapons, they just slap a bunch of blood for the blood god on and call it good. We can make it look better without taking a whole bunch of time. In this case today I'm going to be using the game effects from Vallejo, the dried blood and the fresh blood. On the palette here I have two little spots of the dried blood. One is thinned out a lot with some glaze medium. The other one is just mixed in the middle between the two dots of the dried blood and the fresh blood, little gradient in the middle. So the first thing we're going to do, this is super easy, I'm going to be using this Orc Boy. We're going to take this thinned out, see how thin that is, glaze, and we're just going to kind of dot it on here randomly. This is just our first step, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like at this point. A lot of this is going to get covered. Okay, now with that dry, we can go on to the next step, which is just to take some of the dried blood, and we're just going to make real thin lines with this. I'm just going to go towards the blade. Don't forget to get a little bit on the top here. Okay, so that's what we should have at this point. We'll let that dry, come back for the next. Okay, so our next step is just to grab some of the middle color that we have mixed up in here. We're going to do the same kind of thing, we're just not going to cover as much area. We're just going to take about halfway through what we did with the dried and just make more lines. This should dry fairly quickly, and if it's not totally dry, I'm going to go into the next part. It's okay, it's kind of like a wet blend. You can just kind of do it to taste. Okay. So I'm not even going to clean my brush and just go on to the fresh blood. I'm going to do pretty much the same thing again. We're just going to go less area, more towards the blade. Mostly. Then we'll do a couple longer ones. Just give a little bit of variation. So you can see we have, with really not much time spent, we have a lot of variation in this. And the last thing I like to do for the main painting part is to get kind of a lot on your brush and just kind of smash it on the blade, just kind of randomly. Give a couple streaks. You want this to look kind of mottled. That looks pretty good. And one thing I like to do for the last part of this is to do some spatter. And for this we're going to use, let's see if I can get this so you guys can see it. It's going to be hard to position this. We'll give it a try. Okay. So anyway, you get a brush that's a little bit stiff. Some people like to use a toothbrush and splatter it on with the thumb. I actually prefer to use the stick and like that. I'm going to move this again. Alright, so basically what we're going to do here is going towards the blade, we're going to just flick it from here down. That's going to give us some nice texture and some blood speckles. Do as little or as much as you like, really. I mean, it's up to you. I'll do the same thing on the other side. It's kind of hard to do this where you guys can see it, but I'm doing my best. Okay, and that should give us this kind of effect here. Sorry if it's hard to get it in focus with the glossiness of it and all that. Yeah, that doesn't help, does it? Alright, so another thing some people like to do is to go back in afterwards with a dry brush of the original silver just on the very edge of the blade. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I like it both ways. But yeah, that is a very easy and fast blood effect, and I hope you enjoyed. Check out the other videos, leave a like and comment, hit that notification button, do all that stuff, and I will catch you next time.